morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in this world. God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we're going to be in the Greek Septuagint in the book of Zechariah in chapter 13. There's one more chapter following this one. In that day every place shall be open to the house of David, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for removal and for separation. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will utterly destroy the names of the idols from off the land, and there shall be no longer any remembrance of them. And I will cut off the false prophets and the evil spirit from the land. And it shall come to pass, if a man will yet prophesy, that his father and his mother, which gave birth to him, shall say to him, Thou shalt not live, for thou hast spoken lies in the name of the Lord. And his father and his mother, who give him birth, shall bind him as he is prophesying. And it shall come to pass in that day, that the prophet shall be ashamed, every one of his vision, when he prophesies. And they shall clothe themselves with a garment of hair, because they have lied. And one shall say, I am not a prophet, for I am a tiller of the ground, for a man brought me up thus from my youth. And I will say to him, What are these wounds between thy hands? And he shall say, Those with which I was wounded in my beloved house. Awake, O sword, against my shepherds, and against the man who is my citizen, saith the Lord Almighty. Smite the shepherds, and draw out the sheep, and I will bring mine hand upon the little ones. And it shall come to pass, that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts thereof shall be cut off and perish, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will try them as silver is tried, and I will prove them as gold is proved. They shall call upon my name, and I will hear them and say, This is my people. And they shall say, The Lord is my God. And now we're going to go over to the King James Version and read chapter 13 there. So we are in Zechariah chapter 13. In that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall no more be remembered. And also I will cause the prophets and the unclean spirits to come out of the land. And it shall come to pass, that when any shall yet prophesy, then his father and his mother that begot him shall say unto him, Thou shalt not live, for thou speakest lies in the name of the Lord. And his father and his mother that begot him shall thrust him through when he prophesieth. And it shall come to pass in that day, that the prophet shall be ashamed every one of his vision, when he hath prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive. Neither shall they wear a ruff or a robe of coarse hair to deceive. But he shall say, I am no prophet, I am an husbandman. For man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. And one shall say unto him, What are these wounds in thy hands? And then he shall answer, Those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. And here in verse 7 is an unfulfilled prophecy. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is his fellow, and his fellow is companion, saith the Lord of hosts. Smite or strike the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. Remember when they crucified Christ? When they took him, Peter denied him 3 times before the cock crew, and all the rest of them were scattered. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And I will turn mine hand upon the little ones, or against the little ones. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, It is my people. And they shall say, The Lord is my God. It's kind of come to pass, folks, just as it is written. It's going to come to pass. You know, it's like being told, Psst, there's a secret. Let me tell you what's going to happen in the end times. It's all written. Jesus said, I have foretold you all things. I have foretold you all things. They're all here for our understanding, for our edification, for us, so that we'll know what's coming on this world. There are so many people that I hear on YouTube, especially, talking about, oh, this is going to happen, and oh, this money is crashing, and oh, they're over there fighting, and oh. Yes, the New World Order is coming. Yes, there will be famine. Yes, there will be wars and rumors of wars, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. These things will come to pass. And there will be a great falling away before the son of perdition, which is Satan, comes to reign. Now, why will they fall away? And I've given this an awful lot of thought, and I've think what is going to happen is, remember Jesus said, let no man deceive you. We have false prophets in our churches, teaching people lies, telling them, oh, you don't have to worry about any of this tribulation stuff. You're going to be out of here before that happens. But the Bible clearly states we're not going to be out of here before those things happen. And those people who are not expecting to have to endure any type of tribulation and will feel betrayed because Jesus hasn't come for them and they're having this tribulation, they're going to be mad at God and they're going to fall away. This is what I really believe the great falling away will be from. What will cause it. That people will think, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be gone. You know, I just ran into somebody yesterday who said, well, thank God I'm not going to be here for that. And I tried to, just to say, are you sure you aren't going to be here for that? What if you are here for that? Are you prepared to stand? We can't just go nilly-willy into these end times thinking everything's going to be okay. Because my pastor told me, I'm not going to be here. You are going to be here, and you're not preparing. And you're not prepared to stand. And you're not prepared to endure. You're thinking you're going to be gone. And no trouble, you won't ever experience any of the tribulation or trouble that's coming. And that couldn't be further from the truth. And I'm so worried about you. and your salvation, because you think, I've accepted him as my Lord and Savior, which is true, and you have, and he saved you. But he also told us, he warned us, foretold us of these things that are coming in the last days. And he said, see that no man deceive you. It was the first thing he said when the disciples asked him, tell us, Lord, what will be the sign of thy coming and the end of this age? And the first thing Jesus said was, take heed that no man deceive you. Wait, a man deceive me? How could that happen? Well, they could tell you, or they could be telling you that you're not going to be here. You don't need to know what's said in Revelation. Oh, we don't have to worry about Matthew 24. We're not going to be here. We're going to be gone. Now, do you think that's fair? Do you think that's right? When the Bible, when you study it and you look and read Revelation, study to show yourself approved. When you study, you're going to see. You're going to be here in tribulation. No, we're not going to be taken out of here before that happens. But we are not appointed for the wrath. Now we're not going to be here for the wrath, because it's not appointed to his children, those that are saved, to endure the wrath. We will be gone for the wrath, which is, thank God for that. But we are going to go right through the six seals, the seven seals, and the seven trumpets. He comes at the end of the seventh trumpet. On the seventh trumpet, Christ will come for the church. Please read, study Revelation that they have taught you is of no consequence, because you're not going to be here. But if you study that book, sincerely study that book, you're going to see. You're going to be here. You're going to be here. And I pray that you can wake up and see that and prepare to stand, to prepare to go through the tribulation and not feel like, I'm not worried. I'm not going to be here. And neither is my family. And that's what that lady told me. Thank God, me and my family aren't going to be here. What if you are? That's what I asked her. What if you are? I got no reply, but I asked her, to please look at Revelation and study. Does it say you're going to be gone? Or does it say that he will be given power over the saints for 42 months? 42 months is 3.5 years. You're not going to be out of here on a magic carpet. It's not happening. And so please prepare to stand. Prep yourself. Prepare your soul. Put on your Christian armor. Prepare. Prepare yourself to endure, to persevere until the end. And he, Jesus said, would be saved. And as always, I love you.